In this video, we're going to be talking all about what's going on with the market and how you can take advantage of it. Hi guys, this is Brandie Mathison-Klein, local realtor in the Clermont, Florida area with Keller Williams Realty. I just wanted to reach out to you guys and give you guys the market stats that just came out for the end of June. So I just love looking at data because it helps me to be able to know what kind of trends we're seeing and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to share that information with you. Also going to talk about interest rates and what that means for you. So we're going to just dive into a lot of good meat today. All right, so stay with us till the end. All right, so one of the first things that I want to talk about is how low interest rates are. I'm telling you what, interest rates are absolutely literally at 60-year historical lows right now. I just saw one of my clients that got locked in at 2.75%. So I would say that you could feel safe if you've got really good credit, that you could lock in the low threes, depending on what kind of loan you're getting and also how long you're doing the duration for. You might even be able to get into the high twos, which is unbelievable. So I want to also just kind of share with you kind of what that means, right? So you might not have any plans at all to move, and that's okay. But if you've been in your home and you have been, if you've been in your home and you are planning on being there for another 3 to 4 years, then it's really good to consider even possibly refinancing your home. So let me show you this example real quick. All right, so let's say that you're currently renting right now, and the average rent in this area is about $1,350 a month for a home that's about 1,000 square feet. Now, for a home that might be about 1,400 square feet, you're looking at about $1,700 a month. And then it just continues to go up from there. All right, so let's say that you're renting, and let's say that on average you're paying $1,400 to $1,500 a month in rent, and that is continuing to increase. So today's rent is 4% higher than what it was last year, this time of year. So if you look at that, you know, okay, if I'm renting, there's always a chance that my rent could continue to go up if you continue to stay in the same location, or in the same house, should I say. All right, so you're paying $1,400 to $1,500 a month in rent, and you want to maybe consider jumping into, well, what would it look like if I decided to purchase a home? All right, so if you decided to purchase a home, let's say at $250,000, and you ended up doing an FHA loan, which is the most common loan where you put 3.5% down, that would be equivalent to $8,750 that you used for your down payment. Your payment with your taxes and your insurance, everything rolled up into one, you're looking at about a $1,400 a month house payment. So the benefit of that is that your payment is not going to increase. You know that no matter what happens with the market, your payment's going to continue to stay the same. I can promise you that rental prices are not going to be coming down anytime soon. So the good thing is that you've got a good and steady house payment that's not going to increase. You have control over what you do with your home. You have the ability to do what you want with it, and you also have the ability to have the market values continue to increase. So when you do go to sell it, then you have a lot more equity in your home. So there's so many different factors. That's a whole nother video in itself that I'll go into. But there's just a lot of good benefits of purchasing a home right now. Now, let's say there's a lot of people out there that are naysayers and they're like, well, I'm gonna wait out the market and see what happens with this coronavirus and all that kind of stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but just know that right now, like I said, interest rates are really low. If interest rates just increased 1%, that same house at $250,000 is now going to cost you $1,535 a month. So, do you really want to spend another $135 a month just for waiting? And who's to say that market values are not going to be changing as well. So let's also assume, okay, let's say that the market values are going to drop and interest rates go up a little bit. You're still in a worse situation. So just keep all of that in mind when you're looking at, you know, what your circumstances are right now. The other thing too is there's so many people right now that are refinancing down to a 20-year or a 15-year mortgage, and they are so ecstatic about the interest rates. So that's all there is about interest rates for today. And then let's talk about what's going on with the market right now. Okay, so I'm gonna look at my little cheat sheet here. All right, so the number of active listings that went on the market in June was down 29% from the same time last year. So June 2019 to June, comparing it to June 2020, the number of active listings was down over 29%. And it was down 11% from May of this year. So the total number of active listings that went on the market was 35,303 for the month of June. New listings that came on the market was down 5% from June of 2019, and it was up 8% from May of 2020. So the total number of new listings that came on the market was 17,489 homes that freshly came on the market. So the number of pending sales, this is actually quite surprising. So I think this has a lot to do with the pent-up demand that we've been experiencing. So the number of pending sales compared to June of 2019, it was up 20%. That's huge, guys. That's huge. And it was up 15% from May of this year. So the total number of homes that went under contract in June in our MLS area was 24,097 homes. So the number of closed listings that we had, that was down about 4% compared to this time last year, and it was up 41% from May of this year. Once again, I think it's just a direct reflection of what's going on with the whole COVID, with us being on lockdown. There wasn't a ton of activity in April. May, everyone was out there buying homes, and now closing in June. So that's a direct reflection. So the total number of homes that went, listings that sold was about 15,576 homes for the month of June. So our active days on market was up slightly to 56 days from May of 2020, and it was down by 1 day compared to June of 2019. So pretty steady as far as the number of days on market before they go under contract. And then the average sales price went up. So the average sales price in June of 2019 was $283,928, and the average sales price in June of this year, 2020, was $305,828. So that is a pretty big influx. That's an 8% increase in market value from June of 2019 to June of 2020, and it was a 6% increase from May of 2020 to June of 2020. So 6% increase in market value in 1 month. So that's pretty crazy. So the other thing is the months of inventory. So the months of inventory basically tells us, okay, if not any more homes came on the market, this is how many months it would take for us to completely deplete our inventory, and there would be no more homes available for sale. This is not including new construction. So in June of 2019, there was 3.2 months supply of inventory. And in May of 2020, so this year, there was a 4.1 month supply of inventory. Now in June of 2020, it dropped down to 2.6 months, which means that it's an extremely strong seller's market. I don't think that we've quite seen 2.6 months in quite a bit of time. So basically, if no more homes came on the market, there would not be any more homes available in 2.6 months with the number of buyer activity if everything stayed the same. So what that does is it means that we are truly in like such an epic market right now. What that means is that if you're a seller, you have a really good chance of selling your home for what you want to sell it for, obviously, as long as it's within market value. And if you're a buyer, then you're also able to take advantage of such amazing interest rates that your payment is going to be so low. You're going to have so much more buying power. And yes, the competition is going to be fierce. So you have to be ready for multiple offer situations. You have to be ready to come in strong. You cannot go into an offer situation thinking, well, I'm going to offer, 5 or 10% off of their asking price, because your offer is not going to get accepted in that fashion. So as long as you're willing to go in with a strong offer, and as long as you're willing to list your home at a reasonable market value price, there should be no reason why you wouldn't be able to sell your home quickly or find an amazing home in today's market. So it truly is a win-win situation. So there is a silver lining in all of this that's taking place amongst this coronavirus. And so I just wanted to share the good news with you guys. It's super exciting. And if you guys have any questions, we'd love to be able to help you out. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and give us a call, okay? Take care.